going on, guys? It is Wednesday, TransWorld Wednesday. That could become a thing. Let's make that happen. We are very excited. We just did a show last night. We're coming into night hot. It's back-to-back shows because we are on the road to East Coast Haunters Convention and the East Coast Christmas Show. And that's right, Sean Fenner. We are 15 days away. Wow. Feeling it now. We are feeling it. Guys, as you're loading in, it's good to see you. Jennifer, best pitch. No, this thing is not broken. We want to make sure we have the best quality show for you. So we wanted to make sure all the fun stuff is ready to roll. Chris LaFuria, good to see you as well. Ross Darnell, can't do the show without you guys. Good to see you. Derek Stelzer, great to see you as well. Holy cow, guys. It's good to see you guys loading in. We love when you watch. We love you even more when you comment. So thanks for letting us know where you're watching from. We're streaming to 5 different feeds, including YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So wherever you want to watch us, we're glad you're there. And of course, none of this would be possible without our premier show sponsor for TransWorld Live, and that is Ticket Spice. Go to Ticket Spice for any of your ticketing needs, your event needs. They are the professionals that are time tested and true. So go to ticketspice.com. Go check them out and let them know you heard them right here at TransWorld Live. Awesome, guys. And if you want to support the show, if you want to become a sponsor of any of our sections, reach out to Rich at haashow.com. He'll get you connected and will make you a bigger part of the family than you already are. All right, we've got some birthdays to celebrate, especially today. It's a big one in our industry. Michael Simmons, Laura Pasiak, and the legend himself, Scott Tater-Lind. Happy birthday. Tomorrow, Alyssa McIntyre and Eric Turkelson. Very nice there. On the 10th, we have Hannah Abrams and Sam Howard. On the 11th, Kim Zelton. On the 12th, we have Jenny Litt, Tyler Barnett, and Stephanie Masco. So happy birthday to all of our friends. And of course, if you missed it, Froggy's Fog, our premier show sponsor for the Halloween and Attraction Show and also for the East Coast Haunters Convention, is actually extending their 10% off discount that they featured at TransWorld. Buy any of their products right now. Use the code at checkout TW2026 to get 10% off all your Froggies merchandise, and credit to them. We love them. So thank you so much. Of course, we are on the road to the East Coast shows. We are 15 days away when all roads are leading to Philadelphia at the Greater Philadelphia Convention Center right in Oaks, which is wonderful, just right outside of town. We've got amazing tours. We've got amazing education. We've got a main show floor entertainment with the Olympics and a whole lot of fun stuff that you're going to be able to be a part of. But big news, and we're going to be going through a ton of stuff tonight. We're going to be focusing on the tours. We're going to be focusing all about Christmas and some really huge breaking news. But we really want to press on you. We love when you come, but we love when we could save you money. The early bird discount expires on April 10th. Could there be an extension? Maybe, but let's not assume. Let's see. If you want to go to a seminar, if you want to go to a tour, if you want to be a part of an event, do not miss out. That's right. Mandy Lawrence is in the chat from Ticket Spice. You reach out to her anytime you need anything, because Ticket Spice is our premier show sponsor. Again, huge credit to them. So awesome stuff there. Guys, we're on the road to East Coast, and a lot of people have been asking a lot of questions about the East Coast Christmas show. And we got it for you. We've got all the details. We've got all of the insights. We've got all of this stuff for you tonight to make sure that you have all of the information that you have. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring on our Christmas duo. You know them. You love them. And let's bring them right back here to the stage. Please welcome Mr. Jorden Nash, Mr. Mynor Mendoza, the twin terrors of Christmas. What's up, boys?
Hey, guys. Good to be here.
How are you guys doing?
Mynor, go ahead.
Tired. It never stops. It just keeps on going from TransWorld to another show. So it's been a blur.
How I know, Mynor, you were a part of our recap show, and TransWorld was a whirl. How was it for both of you guys? I got a chance to hang out with you guys like all of about 20 seconds because it was just crazy.
It was, I mean, I told you, TransWorld, it's we get to hang out with Christmas and Halloween people, and it's a blur. Literally, you get to see some people, or you're stuck in your booth the whole time. East Coast is so much more laid back. Like I get to enjoy East Coast a lot more. You get to go to dinners, and you get to go to Arnold's, all types of other activities. I'm looking forward to the tours that I wasn't able to do at TransWorld. Definitely going to be able to do some of the tours that were announced yesterday for Halloween. I'm already signed up for the Thursday tour, so I'm excited for that.
I love that. And we get a chance to do this all at East Coast. And you're right. It's a little bit more laid back. A lot of people love that environment. You get a chance to talk more. It's about that people connection. You're networking, you're building relationships, and you're having a ton of fun. And the two of you have been crazy working. I mean, just absolutely crazy. So much so, we wanted to devote half this show to just all of your efforts for what's going on at the East Coast Christmas show. And we wanted to bring all of that breaking news from you guys straight to our audience right here live.
We are so excited for this event, and we have a jam-packed show this next half an hour. We're going to talk about classes, about vendors, about extracurricular activities, about our holiday hub, all the fun tours that we're doing. We got a lot to cover.
Well, we're excited. We've got great people in the audience. Sammy's here. Guys, let's kick it off. We love the education opportunities. We love the classes. And one of the most brilliant things that you guys put together is an amazing slate of educators, of master entertainers, of people that know their craft and are able to help express that to all of our amazing attendees. Let's go through some of the offerings that we're bringing just for this year's East Coast Christmas Show 2026.
Yeah, so we have a great lineup of classes this year. We have it all narrowed down to one room, and it's a jam-packed schedule, as you can expect. So right off the bat, on Saturday morning, we have the infamous Clyde Lindsay from Pixel Pro Displays doing a 2-hour toolkit class about everything X-Lights related. It's such a complicated software, and the learning curve can be a little bit steep. So he's going to cover a lot of those little features to just get the user up and going and at least familiar with X-Lights.
Yeah.
After that, we have a class on the Lightorama side of things, and it's called AI Enhanced Lightorama Sequencing, and this is by Ty Olmsted. After that, I get the privilege to chat about controllers and why we need controllers and why they're important, and kind of demystifying all the things that a controller can do. And then we have one more time slot on Saturday that we haven't filled yet. We have a few options that we can choose from, but we're not quite there. We've just started going over these classes in the last day or two, and a lot has happened in these last 2 days to plan all this.
Oh, I love that you're making us a part of this. Like, we get to be on the forefront of all of this breaking news.
Absolutely. Okay, Sunday morning, I get the privilege to chat with you again about projection mapping. So we'll talk about what to look for in a projector and how to make a map and just the general flow of how projection mapping works, and then how to make content. Time permitting, we'll chat about AI and its influence. I'm sure that we'll bring up Illumibot and their fantastic product in creating content. So that'll be great. After that, at 11:30, we have Lightorama Motion Effects, and this covers the Lightorama Motion Effect Generator. And I've gotten a demo of this, and it is cool, the things that you can do in the Lightorama software, specifically programming pixels. So we'll have a demo about that from John Hurst. And then we have one more class in the afternoon, early afternoon, and that's also unconfirmed. So that's where we're at right now with classes. Classes are $40 right now. As you mentioned earlier, they'll probably go up $10 on April 10th, although that deadline might be extended.
Yeah. Now, can I departure just for 1 second for those that are watching that maybe are new to the Christmas world? We talked about two key things, and it's been a feature of our show, but just in case you're new to the show, welcome. But also, can we just give a brief introduction real quick? What are X-Lights? What is X-Lights? What's Lightorama?
Yeah, Mynor, do you want to take that one?
Yeah, X-Lights and Lightorama are basically the programs that you use to sequence or like tell the lights what they're going to do.
Sure.
The best part about X-Lights and Lightorama is that they work together as well. So if you're a Lightorama person, you can use X-Lights products and
Okay.
X-Lights software with Lightorama and vice versa. If you have X-Lights, you can use Lightorama together. And that's what makes the beauty about these classes is that just because you're doing one doesn't mean that you're stuck to that
Oh, got
software
it.
or that's particular set of products. They all work together flawlessly, and that's the beauty of it. And I think the classes that we chose highlight the fact that we're able to do those things together. If you take the Lightorama class, you can use it in X lights. If you take the projection mapping, you can use it in both. So it's just not one thing that you're stuck in one platform.
And
Very
just something
cool.
to note on all this, these are mostly software classes. So if you're going
Okay.
to a software class and you want to follow along, feel free to bring a laptop, have your software installed, charge your laptop battery up, and follow along.
Can both anyone from a PC or an Apple background attend these?
That's a good question. Lightorama does work on PC only.
Okay.
I think X-Lights works on both. And then the method that I'll be teaching in After Effects, that'll work on both as well. So
Very cool. Very
bring
cool.
what you have.
Love this. Love this. Well, we're not just stopping at education. And I love that you guys always bring that, but we have a jam-packed convention hall, vendor hall. It's crazy. It's going to be packed to the gill with people that have the best emerging technologies. Shane Dabbs is in the chat. He's going to be there, of course. But tell us about the vendor hall. What can we expect this year? And for those that are new to East Coast, guys, this is similar to TransWorld. These are two shows in one. If you buy a ticket for one, you get to go to the haunt side. You get to go to the Christmas side. If you buy a Christmas ticket, you can go to the haunt side too.
Yeah, so the vendor hall is going to be, we have a list of at least, I think we have at least 20 vendors on the Christmas side this year. So we're definitely growing every year. The goal was, last year was the first year. This year is the second year that we're doing the Christmas show. And our goal was to try to bring in, we heard from the consumers that they wanted people that had stuff to sell there, the cash and carry. So definitely a lot of the vendors that are going to be at the show this year are going to be more cash and carry.
Okay.
We know for a fact your Pixel store is going to have more cash and carry stuff there because that's what we heard from the feedback from the customers. Like, hey, we love that you guys brought all these huge things, but we want to take some stuff home. So this year we're like, okay, we'll make sure that we bring some stuff. And when we talk to the vendors that have signed up, we're like, hey, make sure you guys bring some stuff that people would potentially want to purchase. So definitely it's going to be an opportunity for people to get some deals. And like PPD just said, free shipping on sequences. So definitely a great opportunity there. You can't miss out on that. So it's definitely we love hearing that feedback. Any feedback that you guys give us, we take it to Rich and Jen, and we try to make the show better every single year. Because we want to bring the people and we want to make sure you guys are happy and getting what you're looking for.
Amen. And I know you guys work tirelessly, all four of you. And so it's just a labor of love, and we're so grateful for you. I know that we're breaking a lot of news tonight, and wherever Sean Fenner is, but wait, there's more. We have a huge edition, brand new. I'm so excited for you guys to break that news here. We are talking about this brand new concept right in the heart of the East Coast Christmas show called the Holiday Hub. Tell us everything. This thing looks awesome.
Perfect timing. Jorden just came back in.
I clicked the wrong button.
Hey,
that's why we go to classes, right?
It happens, and proving once again why we're live. It's great. but we're so excited. This Holiday Hub, it's awesome breaking news, and I'm so excited that you guys are going to debut that right here. Tell us all about what we can expect.
Yeah. Mynor, do you want me to take that one?
Yeah.
Okay, so the Holiday Hub is the center, the hub. We talk about a wheel and hub and spokes. It's going to be the center of the vendor hall, and it's going to be what you would think a hub is. It's the general place It's the general hangout. It's the place to eat. It's the place to rest. It's the place to mingle with friends, and it's the place to learn. So historically, we've had something similar to this on the Christmas side of things. This year, we put a ton of effort into it to make it really a cool experience. So it is a place for vendors to chat about their company and their products. Sometimes, as part of this vendor hall, we will have scheduled times that vendors can sign up for a time slot, 15, 20-minute time slot, and they can come in and talk to the audience about themselves, about what they do, about their company, and about their products. So this gives them a stage to share about their products. Sometimes as consumers, as buyers, we go to these vendors and we see a bunch of fancy stuff. We don't know what it is. We don't know what questions to ask even. We don't even know how to start the conversation. And it's sometimes intimidating as a buyer to do that. So this is a place for buyers, for vendors to chat about their company and their products for the buyer.
Nice. So it's a great place for connections, for networking, for saying, hey, listen, I'm looking for this. And the folks that are in that area could say, I know who can help you with that. Let's point you to this person.
Absolutely. Now, because there's so many vendors, we don't have an exact schedule, because the schedule, there might be last minute changes about when these vendors speak, or if somebody gets sick, or somebody has a prior engagement, or gets an emergency phone call. So there will be a few last minute changes. So instead of printing these and posting them and making them more official, we're going to choose to do a method where we have time slots. We'll have it scheduled, but if something changes, that will then be projected on the screen in the hub. So be sure to check back with the hub often, and you'll see a list there of upcoming vendors. Anything that you have questions about or you want to attend, that list will be there.
Sounds really exciting. I'm just reading the chat as well. The hub sounds like a great idea. And it is. It's like this central point, like you said, to network, learn, but also to have a little bit of fun. I hear rumors are we're going to have some special events too.
Absolutely. So even though that part isn't super scheduled, we do have some amazing scheduled events, and there's 3 of them that I want to talk about. And to do so, I'd like to bring in a special guest, and that is Russell McFarland.
What's up, everybody?
We have 2 specific events that I would like to talk about, and the first one is Family Feud. So Russell has volunteered to be our host, and he's going to take it away and tell you about how this game show works.
So I am live, literally on the road to the East Coast. I'm very excited about joining everybody this year. So we've got a couple game shows. First of all, Family Feud. It's a lot of fun, and it's going to be a great time in the Holiday Hub to pull some people on stage, vendors, pull some participants on stage. Got some great prizes to give away. Have a lot of fun and see how well you know holiday lighting. So we're going to have, if you've seen Family Feud, you understand the game. Not complicated, not hard, but it's a lot of fun. It's a good time to have some laughs, get to know your fellow lighters, and like I said, compete for some good prizes. So basically, we'll bring you up, ask a series of questions, refer to the survey, see what the most popular answer was. And like I said, at the end of the day, we're going to have a showdown and, like I said, give away some prizes. So it'll be a lot of fun.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Guys, great idea. What a better way to bring the community together. But that's not it. You guys keep rolling.
That's it.
So that's on day 1. That's on Saturday at 1 p.m.
Okay.
On Sunday at 1 p.m., we have another game show, and that is Who Wants to Be a Millionaire East Coast Christmas Edition. Russell, take it away.
That's right. And this is a way to get everybody involved. It's not just a few, some people don't like to be on stage, or we don't have room for everybody to participate. So this is a chance for everybody to come on, play with your phones, and we're going to ask a series of questions, each being worth more points. And, how quick you answer does matter. And so it's a lot of time to go in there, get your answers in quick, compete. And once again, at the end of the day, we're going to give away some great prizes. So stay tuned for that. It's a lot of fun. And once again, anybody and everybody can participate. We all play together as one big group and build a lot of community, have a lot of fun.
Big question, because I love both of these concepts. How much does it cost for people to be a part of either the Family Feud or Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
That's a great question. Both of them are completely free. Yeah. So all the events in the hub are free, totally free. Come and go as you please. So participation is free. And even if you're on the Halloween side of things, I recommend coming over. We're going to have a great time doing these game shows. They'll each probably last about 20, 30 minutes. They're pretty short. Kids can participate too if you have a family. On both of these game shows, they can participate. And keep in mind, there will be prizes.
Very awesome. Guys, this sounds like so much fun. But wait, there's even more. After we have one more event that we want to chat about, and that is our Bring Your Own Build.
Yeah.
Mynor, do you want to chat about that?
Yeah, so it was a concept that David Peace from Experienced Lights came up with, and he was like, hey, there's always people asking for help with controllers and putting them together. And so we were like, well, why don't we make a certain amount of time where people can come and bring their controllers and ask for advice on how to put them together at the show. So David Peace and I and a couple of other people will be there on Saturday, starting at 11 to 12:30-ish, depending how much time we get to be there, to help people understand how to put the controllers together. Best part about it is you don't even have to have a controller from us. It could be a controller from Lightorama. It could be a controller from Culp, Falcon, Wasatch, you name it, bring it over and we'll help you guide you on how to put it together. The idea is more of a gathering of sorts for people to just talk and communicate and socialize instead of being like concrete, like you have to do it this way. And, step by step, like you're in a classroom. We really want it to more less organized and more of a social gathering. And I think it's going to be a good idea for some people there just to pick other people's brains of how, because there's a way that I build controllers and there's ways that other people do it. So we want to hear their opinions on how they do it. And maybe we learn something from other people as well.
I'm excited about that because if you're a home haunt, a home decorator, a do-it-yourselfer, or anybody that's just interested in that technology, sometimes those YouTube videos only go so far. So to be able to talk with somebody live, and again, for free in the Holiday Hub, to be able to start talking about stuff, to say, hey, what do I do here? What an amazing addition to this year's show.
It's going to be awesome.
We had something. We had something similar at TransWorld. Jorden was leading that class at TransWorld, and I think that's where David got the idea, like the concept, like less is more. And I like like I said, it's just going to be a couple of tables that we set up and people walking around just asking questions. And I really do think it's going to be something really cool. And it's open to Halloween people as well. Bring your controllers from Fright Props over there, and we can help you guys out with that stuff as well. So we don't want to just limit it to Christmas. It's open to everyone.
Could not agree more. What a great feature. Now, can people bring controllers or their parts with them to the Holiday Hub to do this, or do they have to buy them on the show floor?
They can bring their own stuff. Literally, they don't have to buy anything from us. It's the idea was, hey, if you have something at home that maybe you bought that you're stuck and you want to bring it, that's the perfect opportunity there for you to bring it there and us walk you step by step by doing it. But we will also have parts being sold there as well. So we'll have kits there just in case you're like, hey, I didn't bring a kit, but I want to be part of this. We'll have small kits there available for you guys as well.
What a value add. Nice job, guys. This is really cool. This is really cool.
Like me and have just a drawer full of just random controller parts. Bring them, pack them up in a box, and let's build something together.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really, really cool because we don't get that opportunity. And again, a lot of folks that might be doing this on their own, maybe just decorating their own house, they might need that, like just a little help to get by that step. And again, it's completely free, included with your admission to the show. Holy cow, guys. Okay, this is insane. So we have the vendor floor. We have this hall of amazing distributors and people that we can buy all kinds of cool stuff to decorate our houses and our businesses with. We can learn from a lot of different experts. We can have fun in the Holiday Hub. We can network. We can troubleshoot our controllers. But that's not where things end. I mean, after hours is just getting started, right?
Absolutely. So before we wrap up this Christmas section of the show, we want to chat about two very special events that we have and that we've been spending a ton of time planning on and that we are both super excited about. And I hope that you guys are excited about them as well. On Friday night from 8 to 11 p.m., we're going to go to Arnold's. Now, Arnold's is very close. I think it's in the same parking lot. If I'm not mistaken, it's very close. So Arnold's has a whole bunch of fun stuff to do there, including go-karts, arcade, bowling, billiards. So all of these are kind of like a la carte items. And you can do any of them. You can do all of them. One thing to note is that TransWorld will have a room there that's kind of going to be our base camp. So if you have a coat, if you have a backpack, anything you want to drop off there, leave there, that's okay. A place to eat. They do have a ton of food options. This is just a screenshot of a few of them. They have a lot of drinks, pizzas, deep fried things, chicken, all kinds of food. So if you want to have dinner there, you're welcome to, or get dinner beforehand. That's okay as well. There is a very small admission cost, and that is $15, and those tickets can be purchased online or at registration or somewhere in the registration area. And that does include admission to that area and 2 drinks. So those drinks can be house beer or wine or soft drinks.
That's awesome. What a great value there. Plus, you get to hang out with all of your friends and talk shop, and you get a couple of drinks too. And it's right across the parking lot. So it's wonderful.
So something fun to do on Friday night. Even if you're a vendor, set up your booth and then come hang out that night.
I dig that. Well, I think we were driving go-karts. They have an arcade. They have billiards, bowling, laser tag. I mean, it is a full night of fun, but that's not where we're stopping because there's even more than Arnold's.
Yep. So on Saturday night, we have a very special event that we've been working on very hard to plan, and that is this year's Christmas tour. This is a bus or a self-driving tour. And oh my goodness, there's so much to talk about this. So to start, I'm going to play a quick promo video, and it's very short, and we'll watch that, and then I'll kind of dive in a little bit deeper about some of these things.
This is breaking news, guys. Thank you both. Thank you both.
This is fresh off the presses, this video. Okay, enjoy.
Okay. Okay, guys, this looks crazy. Holy cow. We have so much to unpack here. Let's talk through this. Okay, so that is truly, for our audience right now, that's the first time I got to see that. I'm super excited about it. I can't wait to go. We have 2 destinations. Can we start first with Marchwood Lights? Let's
absolutely
talk through that. Yeah.
So the entire event is sponsored by Sapphire. I want to give them
Sapphire.
a shout out. Thank you for their support. Okay, let's talk about the first stop of this tour. There's 2 stops. Let's talk about Marchwood Lights first. So it is a Christmas light show, and the host there has kept his light show up since December, just so we could come and experience what this Christmas magic animated light show is like. So if you haven't seen an animated light show, this is the time to do it. And it's going to be an up-close, in-personal tour of this property. We're going to see controllers. We're going to see we're going to learn things about mounting props, see singing trees, see moving heads. He has wireless wristbands and DMX wands, explain how all those work and how they can sync and bring a little bit of an interactivity to the show. And then we'll talk about FPP, which is a show player, and Remote Falcon, which is a system where you can vote for the next song on your phone. We're going to be talking about a ton of these different things. So this is kind of the time to see up close and personal and learn about animated lighting. We'll learn tips and tricks from industry experts, and it's going to be a great time.
I cannot even imagine how awesome this is, not only from a fan perspective. So if you just want to come and enjoy the magic of the holidays, you can do that, right? But if you want to admire the amazing work that Marchwood has done and figure out how to do that or how to apply that to your own local application, like whether that's your house, whether that's your business. This is a place where they're not going to gatekeep. They're going to share the tricks. They're going to show you how you did it, how they did it, so you can do it when you get home.
So absolutely. He said he's definitely gotten a few weird looks from his neighbors because it's the middle of April and his Christmas lights are still up.
Yes.
So a huge thanks to him.
And I want to real quick, Rich put it in the chat. Yes, huge round of applause for this homeowner for doing that just for us.
Yeah, his name is Joe. Joe Harrison. I reached out to him in November and I was like, hey, look, we're looking for people. We had 2 beautiful homes last year, amazing homes last year. But we wanted something a little bit closer. And so Joe volunteered after I talked to him and kind of like nudged him a little bit, like, hey, I think it'll be a great idea if you kept it on. And thankfully winter was really long this year. So he was like, okay, I guess I could keep it up now since winter pushed me until March anyways. Joe's house was perfect. It's about 30 minutes from the conference. Okay. And because of that allows us to do something after the show, and Jorden can talk about that a little bit more. So that was the main reason why we chose Joe's house, because it was so close to the conference and we can do another activity right after.
So before I get to that, I want to chat about the schedule.
Okay.
So we're going to meet at the Hilton for those who are taking the bus option, which we'll talk about just a second. There's a bus option and a self-driving option. We're going to meet at the Hilton at 6 p.m. Buses depart at 6:15. And then, as Mynor said, it takes about a half an hour, 25 minutes to get to the show. And then we'll be there about an hour to get this behind the scenes, in-depth, up-close view of this house. And then at 7:45, we'll depart that and then head out back near to the Expo Center. And we will be going to the Netflix house.
Okay, I have heard urban legends about this place. So
I've
excited.
only seen this video and it looks amazing. It is these areas, these rooms that are all themed on your favorite Netflix series and movies.
Oh.
And the amount of artistry that they've put into this place is just outstanding. I can't wait to go on this tour. And as we're watching a drone fly through here, you can see a little bit of some of these rooms. So as part of this experience, we have the privilege. Well, I kind of want to watch this video for just another minute to show you just a few more of these rooms. I mean, it's such a cool place. They have a movie theater inside. And then a lot of like selfie places that you can, just cool things to see. It's like a museum.
Wow. This is awesome.
I think we're going to go upstairs here in just a sec. We can see upstairs for a sec.
This is beautiful,
a lot of cool things. So as part of the admission to the Netflix house, we get a activity, an experience, and the experience is called One Piece.
Okay.
Now, to explain this, let me see if I can even explain what One Piece is. It's called One Piece: The Quest for the Deviled Fruit. So if anybody is familiar with the series One Piece, I'm not too familiar about it, but it's very highly themed on this Netflix series. And it is an hour-long escape room-like experience.
Oh.
So this is what you do. You team up with friends, a party of between 6 and 12 people. And then every 10 minutes or so, they take a new group back into this experience. And as you go through this experience, you have, I would assume, puzzles, some kind of escape room-like activity in each of 7 rooms. So as your group advances to the next room, then they'll bring in the next group behind you. So that's how we're able to accommodate so many people in this experience. And I think I have a video of this next. Yes. So here's just a quick little promo video of what some of these rooms look like. These rooms are all based on locations from the film. And again, I'm not super familiar, so I can't speak to that.
Sure.
But if you are familiar, all these are locations from the film. So the bus tour includes this, and includes admission to the Netflix house, which again does have an area, kind of a hub place, a roped off area that we can set our backpack, the meeting place. They also have food and drinks there. So you can kind of meet with your friends and mingle there and go and explore the place. But as a scheduled paid event, we can take small groups into this experience. I'm excited for both of these, and I'm glad that we can go to the Netflix house and see this awesome experience. So,
Way cool,
I don't know if
guys.
there's anything else to say about that. You solve clues. You have an hour to do it.
Yeah.
You work with your crew members to find clues, solve puzzles, tackle challenges, and the end goal is to find the mysterious deviled fruit.
This sounds like an amazing Saturday night. And as Rich put in the chat, obviously we've got the Marchwood house, which thanks to Joe for keeping that up. But for anybody that's just diving into decorating and do it yourself and learning how to do that craft, you can then observe somebody who's doing it very amazingly, very efficiently. Come back to the show floor on Sunday and buy those items so that you can do that. You could take them and bring them home. And then you get to go to the Netflix house and solve this mission, go to this amazing museum, party with your friends, eat great food. The only thing we have to talk about is how are we getting there? Can we drive there, or is there going to be a bus?
There will be a bus. So let's chat about this. The bus tour, which includes all of these things, the bus, the dinner, the light show, the Netflix house, and the One Piece experience is $125, which if you add all these things up, it is a steal of a deal for getting that kind of entertainment, that quality of entertainment and education that night. There is also a self-driving tour, and I'm going to break down the self-driving because there's a few different options here. So for $90, you get everything but the bus. For $40, you get dinner and Marchwood if you want to do just the lighting experience, but not the Netflix house. And then the opposite of that is Netflix house and then the One Piece. So that does not include dinner, that third option there, the $55 option. So the $90 kind of includes both of those bottom options. It's just all of these include your own self-driving. If you do Marchwood in the bus tour, the $90 or the $40, it does include dinner. If you're just doing Netflix, that's a little bit later in the day. We don't have a way to get the dinner to you, so that does not include dinner. So
Understood.
That's what we're looking at. So excited for this event.
I love that you guys have customized it so much so that there's options. Whatever you want to make your Saturday night, whatever food option, whatever driving, you could pick whatever you want. Choose your own adventure as part of East Coast Christmas Show 2026. Guys, this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm excited.
We're so excited too. We can't wait till this event comes up. It's an amazing event. It has so many different fun things to do. Mingle with friends, see the vendors, go on the tours. Really looking forward to it.
So excited. Oh my gosh, guys. Thank you so much for all you've done. Obviously, the seminars, the holiday hub, the entire show floor, working with Jen and Rich to make everything so special, so sparkly, so perfect. And then doing the tours and the extracurriculars, the after hours. I feel like there's only one place to point people, and that is EastCoastChristmasShow.com. It's the only place to get tickets to all of these events, to the seminars, to your passes to the floor. Guys, what else is there to say before we see each other in less than 15 days?
Yeah, Mynor, wrap it up.
No, I mean, let's do a giveaway. How about that? You weren't even planning for that. Let's do a giveaway. Let's do a 16-port Genius giveaway controller for the build. So now somebody can get a build that they can pick up at East Coast, and they can use it for the BYOB.
Mynor, is that a Genius Pro?
Yeah, let's do Genius Pro. Let's go for it.
Wow. This is what that
Oh,
board looks
there.
like.
Good. Look at that. This was not planned, guys. This was not planned. So this is definitely great.
You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for all of your giving. Again, surprising Robert and I tonight. This is awesome. All right, how should we decide this with our amazing viewers? Do you guys have a fun question that we might be able to ask? And then maybe if we watch the chat, the first person that gets it right will win.
I have a question. I don't know. I don't even know the answer to it. So maybe well, let's find out. What was the first year that the East Coast show was done? And I'm not talking about Christmas. The East Coast show period.
Okay, before you start answering here, real quick, And Rich wants that prize there. I don't know if Rich is eligible. Should we decide
It's a
on
good
that?
prize.
It's a great prize. You want to put into the chat East Coast or ECCS, whatever you'd like. So we're gonna hold you to that technicality here. So if you put in that answer, put in East Coast or ECCS, and the first year, guys. If once you see that technical answer there, call it out.
Just to clarify, this was Mynor. Is this the East Coast Christmas show or East Coast TransWorld in general?
The TransWorld show, the TransWorld show, not Christmas, because Christmas was recent. The whole TransWorld show, the beginning of it.
So while people are answering, this is East Coast Christmas show's second year, I believe, as being part of the greater TransWorld, East Coast TransWorld. So we're excited to have to be back a second year.
Love this, guys. I think you just have to call out which one you see first.
I don't know the answer, Chris. You have to tell us what the answer is.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Robert, you want to highlight who you see as our first? He is highlighting it. Rob Nash, congratulations. The answer is 2024. Yes, this is our third year. We're so excited to be in Philly and at the Oak Center and obviously building this amazing show with you guys here. So congratulations to Rob. You're going to get a nice little controller there.
Congrats, Rob.
That's awesome. Guys, thanks for all your hard work. Thanks for hanging out with us on the show. Can't wait to see you in Philly. Thanks for the giveaway. Both of you, truly, on behalf of Jen and Rich and the amount of countless hours that you guys have done, thank you for all you're doing to make this show even more special every year, building it, making it better for our attendees and our exhibitors alike.
Yeah, we're so excited for it, and we'll see everybody in about 2 weeks. Can't believe it's this close.
Guys, this is crazy. Both of you, thank you so much. We appreciate you and see you very soon. Oh my gosh, breaking news right here. I'm excited. Let's get jolly. Let's get happy because the East Coast Christmas show literally right around the corner, and it is joined with the Haunt Show. So guys, you can go to both, buy one ticket, be a part of both, come decorate your house, be a part of that magic, and get a part of that education, get a part of that extra hours, and hang out with all of these amazing people. Holy cow. Sean, where you at on this one, buddy? Because wait, there's more. We're only halfway through the show. We promised a lot of breaking information, and we want to thank Jorden. We want to thank Mynor. We want to thank Russell. Those guys are amazing. Thanks for what they're doing. But we got some haunt stuff to talk about too, and we know some of you've been waiting. So let's talk. Last night, we talked about Wednesday. We talked about Thursday's tour and Saturday's tour and party, but we forgot about Friday. We didn't forget about Friday. We needed another half a show to talk about Friday. Let's see what we're looking at on Friday during the East Coast Haunters Convention.
Interior and revealed a hidden chamber in the basement. Many bodies were found and a dark truth was discovered about the mill's past.
Goosebumps. I'm excited. Of course, we are talking about the Friday Haunt Tour during the East Coast Haunters Convention, eastcoasthaunters.convention.com. And all of our haunt tours are sponsored by Ticket Spice. So again, a huge thanks to them because we get to party haunt style right in Philly, hanging out. So TransWorld Live, help me in welcoming right now. You just saw the video. You're getting ready. The excitement's building. So let's talk to Brian. Let's talk to Jared. Let's talk to Lincoln Mill Haunted House. Guys, what's going on?
Hey, Chris, it's good to see you, man. How you doing?
Dude, it's great to see both of you boys. How's life? How was your TransWorld? How's everything?
TransWorld was fun, Chris. It was killer. It was we had to leave a little early because we both had some personal commitments to get back to. It was my daughter's first birthday, and Jared had a gala to attend for something. So, but we came out, late Tuesday night, and had a blast.
For your gala, did you wear a tuxedo? Was it a black tie event? Did we dress to the nines?
Yeah. Nothing too crazy though.
Guys, I'm so excited. I got a chance to meet you a ton of years ago when we really started working with this East Coast thing. And I'm so excited that we are now coming to see you guys in the flesh and everything that you guys have been doing, the legend, the stories, the aura around the whole thing. I'm jacked because I've never been there. And I know there's a lot of folks in the chat that are loving on you guys, and a lot of guys that are intrigued and they can't wait to see it. For those that don't know about Lincoln Mill, tell us everything. Where did you guys come from? Where did this start?
Yeah. How far back should we go? No. Look, Lincoln Mill was spawned out of a natural disaster. And I think that's something that most people might not know. My Jared and I both have full-time gigs, right? Jared's a licensed architect full-time, and I actually own an architecture firm here in Philly and do real estate development. But I was developing a building in Manayunk, small commercial spaces. I was actually moving my architecture firm there. I had purchased the building in March of 21. We had permits pulled, starting construction on the new architecture firm office space. And tragedy struck in September of 21, and that was Hurricane Ida. It flooded the building. Here you go. Awesome. This is a great time. We didn't play it. I don't know. Someone's doing this in the background. This is great.
Robert's the magic man. He's amazing.
Robert, I appreciate you in the background crushing it. So this was a photo that I was sent. I was actually not in town when it happened. I was in another state, and I go, oh my God, the building flooded. This was a 250-year flood that rose up to above the first floor level. There you go. Yep, that was the picture that was on ABC 6. They like to show this building when it floods. It usually doesn't look like that. It gets a little bit of water, but nothing like that. The entire first floor was decimated. We lost electrical equipment, elevator equipment, plumbing. This is next door. That's brew pub where you guys will go on the tour to eat some food. But it's crazy the disaster that occurred from it. And I had to make a decision where I was. I ended up keeping my architecture firm where it was, re-signing a lease, because it was in a time during COVID where you couldn't get construction materials, you couldn't get elevator. Like I was like, when's our elevator equipment to the building coming back? They're like, we don't know, right? So I couldn't make a decision. I then changed how I was financing it. I ended up leasing up the rest of the building. Floors 2 through 4 on it are all small mom and pop businesses, therapists, doctors, salons, all different types of cool businesses. But the first floor, I couldn't find a tenant for it. Prior, there was a bar, restaurant in there, nightclub. I went back to them, tried to give them a sweetheart deal, like someone come take the space. And I was striking out. Every broker in the city was telling me, Brian, you're just going to have to wait for people to forget about the flood. And I go, I don't have that option. We got to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I brought in like a doggy daycare potential tenant. I brought in like a wedding venue consultant to figure out, could we turn this to a wedding venue, something. And one night I was like, Jared. And Jared and I, we met in college.
Yeah.
We were in a fraternity together, and every year during our fundraiser event, we used to throw a haunted house at Philadelphia University.
Okay.
And we with refrigerator boxes and a group of 30 fraternity brothers, we would put on an awesome show for one night and raise money for Children's Hospital. It was a lot of fun. And what's crazy is Jared and I used to say things to each other like, Jared, wouldn't this be sick to do on a professional level someday? And it was just like crazy. Like, we used to have those conversations every year. We throw this would be cool to do as like a full-time gig someday. life passes, a decade goes by. Jared and I are both in our career paths, and this happens, and it's like, it's just weird how the world brings you back together. And that was when we first met in TransWorld that year. We were like, we didn't know what the hell we were doing. We were out there, we're meeting people. I'm like, I got an Amex. I'm like, well, we got to buy a prop or something. We ended up going to like the Darkness tour and met like, someone's like, oh, did you get your hot inspector card? I'm like, what the hell is that? Right? Like that was the level we were operating at. We didn't know we had to go through the Department of Agriculture, so primitive. Sure. And it's wild, just what Jared and I were able to do over that time. But I'm more of the business guy in the situation. I'm kind of that side background, HR, different stuff. But Jared's, I call Jared, if you watch our documentary, I call Jared the evil genius behind the concept and stuff inside and all that. So.
Well, this is crazy to come and rise from the ashes. I'm assuming that's the Schuylkill River that crested, and you guys are right on those banks. And it's just amazing because people in the chat are talking about the creepiness, that setting. It's just beautiful. And we're also supposed to say hello from Dolores. So,
uh-oh.
So in just 5 years, you guys make this place that has made a huge rumbling in the market. People are talking about you guys, and we can't wait to see them. What makes you guys different? What's that vision? What's that special? What's that mad genius got in store for us coming up here?
Yeah. Thanks, Chris. So do me a favor and pull up one of those flood images.
Okay.
And I'll be honest, every time I look at those images, it scares the crap out of me. We haven't had any flooding since we opened up in 2022, but pretty much as the legend goes, after the water receded, it opened up this crack down in the basement in the foundation, and inside it revealed this hidden chamber in there.
Whoa!
So the construction crew went in, and human remains were found down there. So they called out the local authorities, called out some local journalists, and pretty much based upon the evidence found down there, determined that the mill owner in the 1930s, his name was Victor Kane, had tormented and experimented on his workers. So many of those old mill workers lost their lives down there, and now their restless spirits haunt the place. So this was an old textile mill built in 1860, and we stayed true to the time, the era, the industry. Our story and our characters are 100% original. It's all our Lincoln Mill story here. And it all kind of revolves around the sinister mill owner, Victor Kane. So when guests come out, they are anticipating encountering Victor Kane and his accomplices and all the other workers that haunt the place down there. So we are, of course, a very story-driven attraction. At Lincoln Mill, you won't find clowns, you won't find zombies. It's a completely original story. It's also a very intense story. We don't touch you, but our actors get very, very close. And you won't find any of our actors with just typical screams or typical scripts. All of our actors have very unique dialogue that ties into the story. It's pretty much this roller coaster ride the second you step on site. So when you arrive on site into our mill yard, we have a giant projection screen playing. We kind of get the vibes going before you go in. That's kind of a pre-show in itself. Plenty of actors running around entertaining you. So it's going to be a little bit different for the bus tour because it's still going to be light out. You guys are coming to us at 3:30 p.m. that afternoon. But the second you enter through that front door, it's the intensity ramps up real fast. So we're really excited to be on the bus tour and excited for plenty of people to experience Lincoln Mill.
We are excited for you guys. Can we talk turkey for a second? So how many cast and crew do you guys usually have?
Yes. So we have a team of about 60, 70 people.
Okay.
We'll be running pretty much the full show for on the bus tour here on the 24th. Some of those pictures that are popping up are from some of our off-season events. Us being a story-driven attraction, we keep it going year-round. It's all the same characters, but kind of the premise for St. Patty's, our Darkness Rises, Christmas is that Victor Kane kind of hallucinates. He's gone crazy, his paranoia, and he hallucinates a lot of his workers mutating for Christmas into twisted elves and sinister winter creatures, and for St. Patty's into banshees, goblins, leprechauns. But we're really happy about our off-season events. We pretty much started these our first year, and We just had our St. Patty's just a few weeks ago.
Nice.
So it's so exciting because we change up the lighting, we change up the characters, costuming, makeup, the dialogue changes a little bit, but it gives those in our area the opportunity to experience Lincoln Mill in an entirely different way, but still rooted in the Lincoln Mill lore and story. So some of these photos here are kind of a combination between St. Patty's and Christmas. So we're very excited about them.
Love that. A big question that we always get. We want to make sure it's safe with you guys. People love to take pictures. Are pictures allowed outside the haunt, inside the haunt, both? What would you like to see?
Pictures are allowed outside. They won't be allowed inside for this event.
Sure. No, because we just want people to know this is exactly or very similar to what you could see during your normal October, September season. You guys are going to get a special showing just for East Coast Haunters Convention right here in April.
Yeah. One thing to point out by some of these photos that are popping up on the screen, yes, those are chainsaws you see. So we like to give credit to Andrew Patnovic on our team. For every event that we do, he does some custom chainsaws for our chainsaw crew. And our St. Patty's, we had a rainbow saw, Christmas the cane saw, Valentine's heart saw. I think he's made about 10 to 12 custom chainsaws that will all be on display on the 24th on the riverfront deck. So before or after you go through our show, you can move on over to the riverfront deck that overlooks the Schuylkill River. You can see those chainsaws on display, and you can watch some of the entertainment going on in the mill yard.
This is beautiful. And guys, you're getting a ton of love in the chat. Gage, who's always with us every week, said the St. Patty's event was amazing. Michael is loving it. Aaron, I love this. Enter the mill, you know you will. That's awesome. That's awesome. Guys, this is so much exciting. There's only one place to buy your tickets, of course, eastcoasthauntersconvention.com. But we really want you, if you want to see more of the videos, you want to see more of the photos, more of the backstory. I was so immersed by the history and the legend that you guys have posted on your website, lincolnmillhaunt.com. It got me in the mood. I can't wait. I mean, even more than I already was.
Chris, the other thing too, I know I mentioned a little bit of the real backstory about how this came to be. One of the things that Jared and I made sure we did when we built this business is we had a whole film crew building a documentary called Built to Scare behind the scenes. So you can watch seasons of that, little 15-minute clips throughout, talking about like our awesome makeup team, our wardrobe team, actor manager, right? How the things happen in the background to put on a show like this. I've had people come up to me like, I'm going from home haunting. I want to get into the professional realm. I'm like, have you seen our documentary? Because it gives a lot of insight to like fire safety and training and like all the other stuff that you're not going to see to put the show on, but like it's crucial to making the show as good as it is. I think people will really enjoy watching that.
No, and I'm glad that you mentioned it. It's a great watch. It's amazingly insightful. And I got to give credit to Heather from Scream Score. She loves your chainsaws. She said they're nuts. I'm assuming we will have plentiful. We will have lots of chainsaws at this event.
Yeah, so that right there, that was our Darkness Rises event, our Star Wars Galactic inspired event that usually takes place around May the 4th, but pretty cool event. The chainsaws transform into saber saws or chainsaw lightsabers. But Lincoln Mill, we like telling a story. We like bringing you into a different world. And these off-season overlays just give us a great opportunity to just change things up a little bit.
It's wild too. You have a lot of fans obviously in the chat, and they talk about how immersive the environment is. And I'm sure these videos don't do it justice. Like, I can't wait until we can experience it for ourselves. Truly in less than 15 days. I mean, unbelievable. So
when you first enter the mill, we put you in an old freight elevator and we drop you down to the basement. So the second you get down there, it feels like the mill is closing in around you. It's this kind of suffocating feel. And from there, the adventure really begins. For our one thing I just wanted to add on to the documentary comment, if you're interested in watching our documentary, it's on our YouTube channel. So season 1 and 2 are out now. They're pretty much all 10 to 15 minute episodes. And then we have an off season kind of segments from some of our off season events. And Season 3 is dropping this summer. So
Okay.
we're pretty excited about that. But as Brian mentioned, a lot of things that go on. I mean, as we all know, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes, bringing together a show like this and bringing it to life. And that first year when we were getting started, just with the flood, all the damage from that,
Sure.
I think we only had like 18 weekends to get going. And me being an architect and Brian with his stuff, we were pretty much preoccupied during the week. So I think we were limited to pretty much the weekends. So we had 18 weekends to hire bring on board the entire team, develop that culture, build the entire attraction, figure out how we're gonna market it. So luckily, we had that camera crew following us around, and we got to document all of that from the ground up. And it's 5 years later. It's just wild to see those early days, and here we are now.
Still feel like we're very early though. It's wild. Still feel like we haven't gotten going yet. In a weird, fun way.
How is that for you guys too? Do you ever sit back and like look at that and go, "Wow, that's where we were. Here's where we're at now," just to feel that sense of accomplishment?
It's more gratitude. I mean,
Sure.
Jared and I knew we were going to do something cool, but I don't think it really hit us till like, the amount of people. Like, we have people that haven't missed a show.
That's
There's
awesome.
people out there that like because we track analytics, we know who's coming. We are like there's people that haven't missed a season or an off-season event. It's unbelievable, and it's it's not like we crazy change the maze and that you go through this thing, but every time I can tell you that I even go in, it's like you see something different, and just the way that Jared designed it, like the juxtaposition of things, like, and the story builds upon itself as you go through it, right? So we have one continuous story. And because we have to be a little different, right? We only have about 10 or 11,000 square feet,
Sure,
right?
sure.
So that 15 to 20-minute walkthrough, is an immersive story that keeps building, and you go from room to room of Victor's chamber of chaos. So it's pretty cool.
I know you have a ton of actors in the chat, and we're grateful that they're watching. Love to the actors, love to the crew. Is there any time that you want to highlight that maybe one of them might have messed with you guys? Kind of a fun story we might be able to expose as you guys were maybe walking through first to make sure, checks of the night, or that one of them maybe played a prank on you?
I'm usually outside. They try to scare me a lot outside because I'm always, I'm like the dad outside, just making sure everyone's safe and happy and having a good time. So like the sliders try to get up from behind me, or they come sit there, their face right behind me. I turn, they do get me, but I will tell you, they scare me when I walk through all the time. Like that's a given. Like it's hard to walk through there and not jump at some point, even though we know the maze in our sleep, right? But, it's crazy.
In full transparency, that's exactly, someone said you got to ask Brian how we try to get him. So
yeah.
I'm imagining it's harder for Jared to get that same experience. But
there's a few actors that somehow managed to get me. But I want to give a huge shout out to our crew, our Victor's Army. We have an incredible team of actors, makeup artists, and we've been very fortunate to attract freaking amazing people in such a short amount of time that has enabled us to put on the show that we do. Because at the end of the day, all of us know that if you pull the actors out of an attraction, it's just an empty stage. It's the actors that bring the place to life. So just huge shout out to our team and the passion, the energy, enthusiasm that they bring every single night. That's the reason why we've been able to come out of the gate strong. And we're constantly fostering our culture and doing whatever we can do to kind of keep inspiring our team and keep moving forward. That's been a key to our success thus far.
Yeah, Chris, to add on that too, one of the things, because I have teams, I've built other businesses, right?
Sure.
I have a team of 30 some people, of architects and designers, right, that are doing buildings and different stuff.
Sure.
And one of the things that shocked me when we were getting in and we're talking to other mentors in the industry and other haunt owners, they're like, oh yeah, we hire hundreds of people because we know we're going to have a crazy turnover. People aren't going to show. And that was one thing I questioned. I go, Jared, like, really? Like, that's going to be this industry? And we challenged that. I said, that's not the culture I want. I want to build a culture of like, I want people here every night, right? If you're going to commit to working with us, like, commitment's one of our core values. Like, we need you there every night as much as you can, and tell us if you're not going to be ahead of time, not the night of. That's big for building that culture and keeping the team together. We have very little turnover at this point. Usually the turnover now is someone moves or can't commit because they have other obligations, and some of our actors have acting jobs, right? So they do other stuff too. But we get hundreds and hundreds of applications a year to work for us, and I think this year we're taking like 10. Right,
Hey,
like it's and that's just testament to the team and the culture and the people. We try to hire rock stars. That's what we want. We want the best of the best to put on the immersive show that this haunt demands.
Well, credit to you guys, seriously, because I know that's not a small feat, certainly for making it for 5 years, for overcoming tragedy, for having a dedicated crew that shows up every night, and you guys work together as a team and as a family. Huge credit to you guys on that leadership role, and we can't wait to see that for ourselves and live it and experience all of the nightmares that you guys have put into this.
Yeah.
This is exciting. Now, all right, guys, I heard a rumor that maybe you might be giving away a couple of shirts to our TransWorld Live audience tonight.
That's true, Chris.
I love when rumors are true. This is awesome. Okay, awesome. How do we want to do this? Do you guys have any fun questions that people could answer?
Yeah, I think we were going to do one, and then the first three people that answered, I believe that was the plan.
Love that. All right. Before you give that question, guys, remember the rules. You're going to write down East Coast or ECHC for East Coast Haunters Convention, and then the answer to their question. They're going to look at that chat, and they're going to see the first three people that they see and call them out as winners to pick up your shirt at East Coast Haunters Convention at Lincoln Mill.
So this is a question that's referring to one of our Built to Scare documentaries. So it tests you how up to date you are with Built to Scare.
Okay.
So the question is, actually, I think Brian might
I might have given it away. Sorry.
but
That's okay. Let's see if you were paying attention.
All right. Here we go. The question is, where did Brian and I do our first haunted house back in 2011? This was a charity haunt back then.
Great question. We love those ones that are like back to school, right? So like, hey, were you paying attention? There's a quiz. We love this. All right, guys, you know how to do it. Let's see the chat. They're going to be coming out there. We got some answers coming here. Ravens Bluff, first out of the gate there.
Getting warmer.
Yeah, not a full. You can answer again. AJ Rodriguez, all the way from Wisconsin. We got Patrick Malloy. All right, we're gonna need a more in-depth answer. I like the answers. We're getting close. Ravens Bluff, you can answer again. It's totally okay. Have to be this specific. I love that hiss. That's great.
Now, Chris, is it against the rules to do a quick Google search? I'm sure it's probably out there.
Not at all. That's called using your resources.
ChatGPT will figure it out real quick.
I know it's out there.
Yes, 100%. We're being technical too, by the way. Like, this is fun. So for Gage, not to call you, but like, make sure you put that ECHC, just because we've had some people that said, hey.
AJ's getting closer. AJ's getting much closer.
Love what you guys are thinking. See, this is good. We're doing this together as a group.
It's so close.
Come on, Raven Bluff. Come on, AJ. Come on.
So close. Obviously, it wasn't college, but do we know the name of the college?
I like where you guys are going on this. All right, here we go. We're closer. Hiss is there. All right, very nice. Guys, this is so fun that you guys are doing this.
The college is right up the hill from where the haunt is located today, within 5-minute drive.
Oh, see, Google Maps is right there. All they're looking for is the name of the college. Guys, this is good. That's fun. See, this is good stuff, guys. I'm so excited. What do you guys get excited for East Coast Haunters? I've seen you on the show floor. You're going to be a part of the pit. What do you guys get excited for?
Go ahead, Jay.
I mean, I'm excited that's right up the street from us, as opposed to across the country to get to St. Louis. Right up the street, we get to bring our entire team out. And the Olympics are a lot of fun. And like I said, the fact it's not too far away from us.
There we go, Pat.
There we go. You're good.
The one thing I'm excited for, I kind of think of this as like a band, right? You know, we were grateful enough to get asked to Pennhurst is the headliner of the night, but we were happy to open for him. You know what I mean? Like, it's just grateful that we get to open up for Pennhurst, right? Because we're coming there to the parties at Pennhurst afterwards, so it's going to be a fun Friday night.
That's awesome. You guys are coming to hang out afterwards. We love that. All right. I know he didn't put it in right. Patrick Malloy, are you guys good with that answer?
Yeah, I could be good with Patrick's answer.
All right, Patrick, you're our first winner. You guys want to pick two more? Unless people, Penn State, good college, but not the right one. That's okay, Scott. Good. Thanks for being a part of it. You can guess again. Love that. Yes, opener bands are epic. You guys are epic. We're so excited that you're a part of this thing. Thank you for being a part of tonight's show. Thank you for taking the time to be a part of the tour. Thanks for your whole cast and crew for opening up in the daylight on a Friday in the middle of an off season. That is awesome.
So I'll give you the answer. Patrick Malloy got right. It is Philadelphia University. It's now called Jefferson, right? They were acquired,
Sure.
But we used to run it at a house on it's called Raven Hill Mansion, and we turned it into Raven Kill Mansion. Was the original name of the haunt back in the day.
Very cool, guys. Very cool. Well, it's a pleasure. Is there anything that you want to say before we see each other in literally just 15 days?
Go to the bathroom first.
Guys, you're amazing. Thank you.
Cool. Chris,
From
thanks
the
for
bottom
having
of
us.
our hearts, thanks for being a part of this. We'll hang out very, very soon here and see you guys in Philly. Cannot wait. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks,
for having us.
brother. Appreciate you. Oh, man, guys, great. Lincoln Mill, it just makes the hair stand. I'm so excited. I got a chance to meet those guys and just the concept of what we're doing. It's good to see so many of their cast and crew out there. We can't wait to see you in person, and we're beyond excited. So this is amazing. All right, guys, we're not done yet. I know that they're calling themselves an opener. By no means. This is a twin terror of headliners, and our second haunt on the Friday tour is no stranger. Certainly, they've been a part of everybody's epic list. They are known all over the country, and we are so excited that not only they're part of East Coast Haunters Convention 2026, but they're also going to be our last stop on Friday night, and they're hosting a big old party that we're all going to be going to. You know him, you love him. Welcome back to the show, of course, Mr. Jim Werner from Pennhurst Haunted Asylum. What's up, buddy?
Dude, that was like the greatest introduction ever. I didn't deserve that. Thank you.
You're an amazing human. I feel like we just saw each other like 5 seconds ago. This is awesome.
It's been a couple days, which is nice. I do enjoy coming out and talking with you guys, and saw you in person, and I get to see you in person again in just a couple weeks. This is exciting.
Always a pleasure. It sits in my mind the first time I ever got to see Pennhurst, which was a part of an earlier East Coast Haunters convention. And I remember you and your dog and your entire crew and just how beautiful the place is. And now to come back, to do it at night, to have the tunnels open, to bring all of those monsters to life. I'm going crazy. And everybody in the chat's going crazy. I mean, this is crazy.
It's going to be a crazy night, which coincidentally, the Pennhurst Asylum is a great place to have a crazy night. We are rolling out the absolute red carpet for East Coast Haunters and this haunt tour. We've been working for weeks on our show, on our staffing. Our goal for this event is to produce the same caliber show that we would put on a Saturday in October for all of these amazing guests who most of them would never have an opportunity to see us at full blast, full bore, unadulterated amazingness at Pennhurst. That's the show we're putting on. We're turning everything on. It's all going to be running full staff.
Oh my gosh. Sammy, I couldn't agree more. Cannot wait to be back in the asylum. But to your point, we're going to be in the dark. We're going to be, as it would be in October. This is seriously going to change everything. And it's a private tour. The only way you could be a part of it East Coast Hunters.
You have to get your tickets. Get your tickets now. Better don't wait, because I got to imagine there's some levels that'll sell out. So make sure you get your tickets, and let's think about the whole night too. I mean, you buy the right ticket and you get 2 incredible shows at 2 incredible locations. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Like Friday night is the night. Like you got to be there.
Can we talk about this for a second? Because I don't think we've gotten a chance. You have had an awesome career where you're a part of a lot of legendary haunts. And when you're a part of something this historic that has that legacy and, you know, the legend and all of the creepy vibes behind it, and I don't know, the realness of that, how do you work with that versus just a normal haunt? I mean, it's got to be mind-blowing.
So I've said this before, and I live and die by this quote. Mm-hmm. We could take every animatronic, every light, every speaker, every actor out of Pennhurst, and it would still legitimately be one of the most terrifying places on Earth. It is. And this is, and you know, believe it or not, with the ghost hunting and stuff, it is one of the most well-documented paranormal sites on the planet. Not even like Pennsylvania or America, like the world. Hundreds of thousands of hours of documentation of paranormal activity. It's incredible.
It is wild. I got myself psyched up, and I encourage all of you, if you want to reach out, there's tons of, you know, TV shows and YouTube clips, and you can kind of go get to see a little bit of that ghost hunting thing. But I don't know if I've ever seen a ghost, but I certainly know that if I had an opportunity to, it would be here, because this place is scary. I mean, those tunnels, I don't know how you go down there, how your cast and crew don't go, Jim, I'm quitting. I'm not working in those tunnels.
So funny story, really funny story. We actually have it in our handbook that paranormal activity or exposure to paranormal activity is not grounds for not completing your job. It's in our handbook. It's the thing. The truth of the matter is Pennhurst is a pretty haunted place, but I'd like to think that our ghosts are on our side. And
Absolutely.
they're like pinch hitters. Like they jump in and, well, hey, something touched my side.
Yeah.
Wasn't my actor. So there's no one in that room. There's no one in that stairway. There's no one, you know, and you got touched. Well, I don't know what that was, but good. Wonderful. You know?
Can we ask? So when you guys first took, and again, to your credit, you just talked about that. Like you could take all of those props, all of the actors, it would still be terrifying. Are there any fun stories from when you first started inhabiting Pennhurst, and maybe how those spirits might have received you?
So, I mean, over the years, our staff is like the greatest driver of our ghost stories on site.
Sure.
And one great thing about coming to East Coast, you're going to be able to talk to our staff. You can ask them for personal experiences. They all have personal experiences. But over the years, I mean, I've had staff just, they don't come back, and we reach out and like, oh no, I just, it's not for me. And then we find out from somebody else, oh no, something touched them, something grabbed them, something pushed them. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now I feel like we're on a great terms. At least my staff is. I don't know how you guests are going to do. I don't know how they're going to receive the guests, but
sure.
The staff is so highly respectful of the history of the site and the former residents of the site. And I think that plays through. Because you remember, it's a very dark history. It's a very dark past. It was a real institution where kids were warehoused. You know, it's a sad history. Yeah. And if we do have spirits, it's mostly kids. So they're playful and they're fun for the most part. And I think they really love the idea of people coming through and kind of acknowledging them now when they didn't do that when they were alive.
I like asking questions where I have an idea of where the answer is going to go, but I feel dangerous, and we're going to roll the dice on this one. I'm nervous where this is going, but Brielle wants me to bring up Candyland. Can you tell us about Candyland?
So in the history of the site, you have to remember that it was primarily children, and these were special needs children, so they were a little more difficult to pay attention and watch. And one of the solutions that the administrators came up with is, instead of having outdoor playgrounds, they constructed playgrounds in the basements of the buildings.
Oh, okay.
And these are legit basements. These were not happy places. They were dark and damp, and, you know, paintings on the wall to try to liven it up. But Candyland is one of, if not the most haunted location. This is Candyland.
Oh,
This is one of the most haunted locations on our property with reproducible paranormal activity
wow.
almost nightly. And the great thing is after the tour's done and the haunt, everybody's having fun, looking around, doing a little party in the speakeasy, there's a pretty good chance that once I turn off the haunt, that this specific ghost hunting area may be available to peruse and adventure into. Which is something I don't think anybody else has ever done.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
What an opportunity here. Wow. Also, it seems like one of our very mutual great friends, Heather from Scream Score, would love to be the first person to enter on the tour. Is that possible? We might be able to arrange that.
I mean, yeah. If she wants to be the first in line, that's cool.
I don't think she does, but we're going to volunteer her.
Hey, you know what? And if it allows Scream Score to have that great opportunity, because I don't believe Scream Score has ever had an opportunity to work their way through Pennhurst. And I got to be honest, Pennhurst is pretty damn scary.
Yes, it is. Truly, I think we get to talk to industry professionals. We get to go through a lot of haunted attractions. And truthfully, from the bottom of my heart, no kind of wind about it. There's many, many moments within your attraction that it just drives me. I mean, unbelievable. The hair stands on the back of your neck, and it is a very scary place. And those vibes translate, and your crew and your actors, they work so well with it, and they're so accommodating because it is a terrifying experience, and I can't wait to do it again.
Oh, and it's going to be fun for everybody. And that's one of the big focuses at Pennhurst is we focused on, spectacle. We focused on experience. And then what that allows our actors to do is it allows them to lay into that where you're so distracted. This room's 40 feet tall. There's giants. There's monsters. There's thunder and lightning about to strike me. And then there's this actor that is so in character, so unbreakably in character that embodies the space. And it's those layers that's what makes a haunted house to me truly shine. It's when everything hits simultaneously and you have this experience where oh my God, that was holy crap, that was amazing.
All the magic comes together. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. Big question that a lot of folks ask. We just want to put it out there. Of course, people ask about taking video, taking photo outside and then inside. What will be the rules for that night?
So for us, as is always the case, you are more than welcome. Photo, video outside of the attractions. In the speakeasy, wonderful. If you guys are lucky enough to do a little behind the scenes with our makeup and wardrobe department, that's cool. Take some pictures. No big deal. Not in the attractions. It's special, and it's you gotta be there to see it.
Absolutely. Awesome. Oh, I'm getting excited. Besides the tour, what are you guys excited for at East Coast Haunters? You guys are coming back for a third year. Can't wait. How awesome is it in your backyard?
Well, I mean, let's remember. I know the folks from Lincoln Mill brought up that great point that it's it's right near us, and
yes,
we're really close to Oaks. Oaks is just a little over a 10-minute drive in good traffic from Pennhurst. It's 20 minutes from my house.
Oh,
what an awesome opportunity is that? And then of course our staff is predominantly local. They're 98% local.
That's awesome.
So this is literally their town. It's to me, it's the equivalent of the haunts in St. Louis that we visit and that we love and that we enjoy. Well, this is like Pennhurst and Lincoln Mill. This is our backyard. This is our realm, so having our industry, which God knows I love so much, and folks in our industry who are so incredible, having them descend so they can see our love and on display, and all the work that our crews and our people put in, it's an honor. And it's also such a cool opportunity for us to raise our own bar. Trust me, East Coast is an opportunity for us to raise the stakes and raise the bar and really push ourselves to another level. So we're excited.
This is beyond exciting for all of us. The chat is blowing up. We're excited. I'm getting text messages about how excited they are for the tour. So TransWorld Live, we have some homework. We don't normally give out homework, but you know what? We're going to do that. You got to watch the Lincoln Mill documentary, of course, and then go scare yourself. Go look at some of these amazing paranormal activity footage from Pennhurst. Go see what you're about to walk into, because this is real. Both attractions. I mean, this is going to be a killer Friday night.
It's going to be. I'm very excited for it. I'm so excited that the Lincoln Mill crew is going to head over and see our show. That always means a lot. And just to tip a hat to them, in the time that they've been open and what they've been able to produce and do is really second to none. It's incredible, especially in that Philly market. Like, they're in the Philly market, and the Philly market is hard. It is a tough market. And they are just knocking it out of the park with everything they're doing. I've never heard anything other than great things about them. So if they said, oh, we're opening for Pennhurst, if anything, it's like, well, we got to follow that act. So, I feel like,
it's headliners. It's twin headliners.
Yeah.
Okay, we did get a question. I think I know the answer to this, but I'm excited to share this with everybody. We had a question. Are some of the furniture, some of the beds, some of the chairs, is it real? Did you inherit a lot of good props from the original Asylum when it was open?
Yes, we did. So we inherited a ton of stuff because the site was just left abandoned.
Sure.
And in that, we were able to utilize some things. I will say, though, that the majority of the stuff in our attractions has, over the years, transitioned into haunt items, and we have very thankfully been able to take the original items and place them in our museum. So we actually have the only disabled rights museum in the country on the site at Pennhurst. That's where all of our artifacts are at this point.
Oh, that's awesome.
So very exciting stuff.
That is awesome. And they have a love for that history and also to celebrate it.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. Well, I'm jazzed. I know that people are jazzed. I heard another rumor. This is the night of rumors. That maybe you might be giving away a Pennhurst shirt to one of our amazing audience.
Yeah, I might give away two. There's always a running joke about giving away shirts for Pennhurst. But I'm pretty sure I can give away one or two shirts, and that's going to be just fine. They are not available for all tour members. Just these one or two that win. I got some questions.
I love that. I seem to remember a joke about that a long time ago.
Yep.
Guys, this is fantastic. Another great night. Thank you so much to Jim and the Pennhurst crew. All right, so how are we going to decide? Do you have a fun question?
Well, I have a pretty cool question.
Okay.
Just because it matters to me. So one of our attractions, our middle attraction, is called the Morgue. It wasn't always called the Morgue. It turned into the Morgue a few years ago. Before, it had a different name. And I'd love to see if anyone remembers what that was.
Oh, I like this. This is good. Okay, guys. East Coast or ECHC. And then the answer to what was the original name of the morgue. I like that. Yes, you can Google. Yes, you can go fast. Do that. What a great question. I love that history. Speaking of the history real quick, will the museum be open during our tour?
So I'm going to be honest. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't open it up. I mean, it exists. It's there. It's wonderful to walk through. I have some incredible historians that I'm pretty sure would be happy to drop makeup and run over and tell people about it, because that's the other part. I mean, remember when you get to Pennhurst, we're doing this whole thing. So you're going to go through the haunt, you're going to go to the speakeasy, there's going to be some music and some food, but then we have, we're opening up. So you can take a lights on of the Asylum if you want. You can walk through the museum. You can go down to Candyland. Like this is really going to be, we want our amazing industry to experience Pennhurst's full capabilities. And I completely forgot this. We're setting up our entire outdoor pumpkin walk through Pumpkinland for this one event.
Really?
Yes. We're putting up our entire outdoor pumpkin walkthrough. I think there's almost 30 giant animatronics that we're setting up outside just for you guys to walk through and take cool. Now that you can take pictures of. So
how much fun.
Break out your photos.
Love this. All right, we have some fun answers here. I'm going to highlight Sir Alan Hops right away. His answer was the middle attraction, which I think is a great one. Raven Bluff had said the embalming station. Fun guesses there. Scott said Building K.
Building K was an original building that was torn down, but it is not the original name of our traditional second attraction.
I thought Alan might have had the best answer. Heather, I
close.
might have to give it to Heather here. Scary McScary Face Room, which I like that too.
Which would work, but it's like 30 rooms long.
I like that. I like that. Oh, guys. Okay. Come on.
I can't believe none of my Pennhurst people that are watching want a shirt. Normally, they're all over free shirts, and they would know this.
Brielle put it right out there. She's trying to hold back, but you know what?
She worked in it.
Exactly. Oh, there we go. We got an answer coming out there. Kylie York, maybe.
Okay.
The Dungeon of Lost Souls.
Amazing.
When did how long was it, the dungeon? When did it?
That was a couple years back. I think it was it's COVID, such a weird time. So it was either right before COVID or right after COVID.
Sure.
That we rethemed. It was the Dungeon of Lost Souls, and it had kind of almost like a medieval castle feel to the basement.
Okay.
And we revamped the whole thing and turned it into a high processing morgue facility. So it's a body processing plant now. Lots of fun down there. Lots of very interesting. It has one of our biggest, baddest animatronics that I think you guys are really going to enjoy. But yeah, great sets, very claustrophobic, and it's a fast one. So I mean, you're in and out and like, what just happened, because it's so overwhelming, but amazing. I'm glad someone remembered.
Nice.
Lost Souls. Coincidentally, that was when I first became a actor lead at Pennhurst years and years ago. I was in charge of the Dungeon of Lost Souls.
Really?
That's where I started my climb of management at Pennhurst all those years ago.
Was Pennhurst Dungeon of Lost Souls? Was that your very first haunted attraction?
No, my God, no. It was the first at Pennhurst. It was the first people that trusted me to be in charge of something.
I got you.
But no, definitely. I've been jumping out behind bushes since I was like 4. So I mean, I've been scaring on trails. Jesus. I mean, realistically, I was setting up haunted displays in my yard at 4 and 5 years old. And awesome. I think I worked my first professional haunt I think I got paid $10 a night working a trail in a dark trail in Chester County. I think I was 9.
That's awesome.
And then from there, I'd bounce at a couple, pop-up haunts. And finally, after years, I landed at Pennhurst, and it's been my home since. And from there, I've ventured out, I've ventured out to the west. I ventured out to the north. I've done a lot at a lot of places, but it all comes back. My home has been Pennhurst for forever.
Potentially the most important question of the night. And it comes from text. Will your amazing dog be there?
Absolutely. I will say this, from the last time you saw him, he's gotten fat, but he's still wonderful. So Gizmo will absolutely be there.
Okay, wait. I thought it was going to be the last question. I'm going to give Brielle this last one here. Expert level question. She says, what type character did Jim play?
I don't even know how to describe that. I'm going to have to let Brielle answer that, because I had a very specific character, and I wish I could share a picture with you. I was one of the only people to ever operate a chainsaw on property. I have that acclaim. I was literally wrapped in barbed wire, had a muzzle piece, and I had barbed wire wrapped around my whole body. And I was a monster.
Wow.
I was definitely a monster. I don't know what type of character that is though, Brielle. You gotta tell me what type of character that is. I don't know.
Well, Kylie, congratulations.
Come see Frank in our merch booth, and I'll make sure he takes care of Kylie.
You're amazing. And guys, thank you so much for being a part of tonight and hanging out with all of our amazing guests, talking all things East Coast Haunters Convention, East Coast Christmas Show. Jim, we want to celebrate your entire career, your legacy. Thanks for all you do for all of us, to entertain us, to educate us, to keep us safe, and to make sure that we are loved and a part of this industry. Is there anything you want to say before we get to hang out again in 15 days?
That, stay safe, and let's gear up for a fantastic convention and a fantastic haunt tour. And remember, we are an industry, so it's all of us climbing to the top together. So don't ever lose sight of that.
Amen, brother. Amen. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We did back-to-back shows. Our next show is going to be Sunday, a special Sunday show. We don't go do many of those. Robert, I think you have the very, very cool schedule that he made. This is going to be our schedule. We love doing Tuesdays, but we're doubling up just for you guys. There's so much breaking information. There's so much news, and we want you guys to be on the forefront. And again, thanks to Jen and Rich for making all that possible. So be a part of it. We'll see you on Sunday. We've got amazing Christmas information, more haunt information as we are on the road to East Coast, and we will see you on Sunday. As always, thank you to Robert for making all of that magic happen. You guys be safe, and we will see you on Sunday.